Hi guys, and welcome to a special edition of Cookie's Allotment Devon. Tomorrow I'm on BBC Radio Devon doing a show with my friend Andy Breer from 3 till 6. In fact, no, not tomorrow, Easter Saturday. And at the moment we're just walking around the allotments getting sound bites. So just to reiterate, the programme is on Easter Saturday, 3 till 6 on BBC Radio Devon. And I'm just going to sort of film us getting the sound bites around the allotments.
This Saturday afternoon, we're down here at the allotments inside Central Park in not far from Home Park, one of our Dials ground, of course. We were talking to Jason on his allotment a few minutes ago. We've walked about 200 yards down. The great thing about coming down to the allotment is you always find something new. You turn a corner and you find something sitting outside that shed and doing something really interesting. And we've just come over to Steve's allotment here. You can probably hear some music in the background, and he's sitting away on his guitar, sitting outside his greenhouse. Steve, hello.
Hello there, how are you?
Very well, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Tell us about your allotment. How long have you had it, and what made you get an allotment down here?
Well, I was here studying at university, and a friend I knew said that she had got an allotment on Central Park and thought it would be something that I would kind of enjoy. I've always liked gardening. At home I had like a small balcony, but it was always crammed full of plants, so I put my name down, and about a year later they offered me this spot here.
And what condition was the allotment in when you took it over?
Awful, awful condition. He'll tell you. Obviously you can't see it, but the weeds were out. As you can see, it's all been taken back here, but like at least about 2 meters to where the pond is here. That was just completely bramble. So I've completely cut the whole thing back and salvaged what I could from it. You know, so it's been a work in progress. It's still sort of a work in progress.
Has it been a lot of work? I mean, more work than you thought it was going to be?
Well, I've made it harder for myself in a lot of ways, because when you're away or when you're working or when you're doing some stuff, the weeds come through. This year I put a membrane down, but when I didn't do that, these horseshoe or horse hoof sort of lily type weeds, they covered the whole plot. So in the second year I was almost starting from scratch. So anybody who's got an allotment, who's just taken it on, I would definitely advise getting membrane, or at least putting cardboard down or something like that in places where you're not digging, so it doesn't like overgrow, you know, because once like the weeds sort of come through, you know, then it can affect the whole site. You know?
If only everything grew as well as the weeds.
Exactly.
Just talking about that, what are your ambitions for the allotment? You've not had it that long in the great scheme of things.
No.
What do you want to do here?
Well, it's a great place to come and sit. Central Park, where we are, obviously there's a beautiful view right over Central Park here. Obviously to grow and experiment with growing, that's the sort of, you know, the goal of any allotment sort of gardener, is just to experiment and enjoy the process of being part of that creative process of growing. You know, very much as a creative process. You know, you put the seed in the ground and you are there tending it and watching it happen. So like it's a very sort of special sort of gift that we have, and it's nice to be part of that. But at the minute, what me and a few people I've been talking to, I would like to start. I'm starting a channel called Allotment Jams, which will be on YouTube, and there'll be a Facebook and stuff. I'll tell you about that in a second. And once the allotment's looking a lot better, and it's more like a proper little garden, you know, things growing and a lot of life and a lot of energy floating around, I want to come up here and just practice my own music, play my own music. Obviously I write music, so I want a space that's kind of conducive to that creative atmosphere. But try and sort of have people up, you know, and like have barbecues with friends and have people up playing and jamming music, you know, and then just filming it and putting it on YouTube. I'm just trying to share sort of the nice spot that I have here.
It's an interesting way of using the space, and I guess it's allotments evolving, if you like. The traditional view is old chaps in flat caps with a shed digging away, so you're trying to use it for something a little bit different, and I guess it's nice there are more younger people taking allotments on.
But yeah, it's like anything in life, it's a developmental process. The allotment culture in England, I think, stemmed from the war. You know, whenever you had the land girls and lots of different things like that, and it was a necessity. You know, and when you see the way allotments are all regimented around England, you know, especially I come from Northern Ireland, you know, which is sort of part of Britain, but like it doesn't have the allotment culture that you would have over here. But they're very regimented, and it's sort of stretches back from that necessity of the war, I think. So like what I'm doing is you can see on this plot here, it's a lot of wooded trees around and stuff. It's not as regimented. Actually, I'll just come up here and sit some nights, you know what I mean, and just relax. It's only recently I've started bringing the guitar up because it's getting into the better weather now, you know. And you know, I'll light a fire and I'll sit in the greenhouse, and I've got a video camera, sort of experimenting with different things for the channel. So yeah, it's getting there as an inspirational place to be. And
Tell us more about the association. What was it for? What does it do?
Well, it makes the allotment become a community. So we can hold events, we can get funding. So it is really worth having the committee. And you know, all together we can do all sorts of things. We've recently just done the helps out at the school block, organised people to come along, and we've got loads of that done, and that's looking really good now.
A lot of allotments around here. Is everybody a member of the association? How does it work? Do people pay a fee, that sort of thing?
Okay, it's £3 a year to join, and for that you can buy things from the shop, come along to events, family and friends. That's per plot. For some people want to be involved and some people don't, and that's fine, you know. And if you want to be involved and you're an allotment holder, come on down and pay your £3. It really helps.
She can't help get a plug in there for the subs, which are due. A lot of people obviously have allotments here, and a massive range of the sorts of people that have allotments here, young and old and from all sorts of different backgrounds.
Yeah, I would say a lot of people. I mean, at one time, you know, there wasn't such a range, but I've noticed over the years how much things have changed. I mean, there's families, there's young children, there's even teenagers that have got their own plots, you know, that they want to do this now. So yeah, there's a real good range of people.
What do you think people get out of it? I mean, what do you get out of it, having an allotment?
I think, you know, certainly when you live in the city, and for a lot of people around here have got small gardens, you've got I feel like you've got a little bit of countryside that you can come to. So even if you're not growing and digging and that at the time, you can come and sit amongst it all and be amongst the wildlife and the flowers, and maybe eating some of the veg you've grown.
You mentioned the school allotment earlier. Just tell us a bit more about that. What's the idea behind that? Presumably to get kids into planting crops and watching things grow.
Yep, that's it. That's the idea for at present for the parents to bring the children and come down and just be a part of something, have a chat. You know, it's really nice, and even parents with children will come down because they want to show them the chickens and things like that. The
Plymouth allotment scene, and you're always here, aren't you?
every day, 7 days a week.
Why? What's in it for you?
I'm doing bad for 78.
Yeah.
But, no, I'll come down, look after the chickens first thing in the morning. And there's Henry there, look, he's the godfather. He's the godfather of the hens. Yeah, we've got about 30 plus chickens here. And we've got ducks. We've got 5 ducks down here, Corky Campbells. And they're all laying, that's the main thing. And at the moment I've got 6 goose eggs in the incubator. And we're hoping to get at least 3 from there. It's all for the children, really. Bring the children down. They come down with their parents, feed the chicken. They absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And we built a pond down there for the ducks. And yeah, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
We were talking about chickens earlier because I was talking to Jason on his allotment about him wanting some chickens and the fact that not only do they provide eggs, but they're a great source of manure for the allotment.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We've got mountains and stuff down here. So this place here is actually about 18 inches deep with wood chip, which is rotted down. So at the end of the year, what I intend to do is get a crowd of the lads down with their barrows, and starting from there, dig in, everybody will have manure for the rest of the year. Free, you know. That should be quite good, really. But all these chickens here, the Rhode Island Reds and the oh God, I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, all these chickens here we've bred from eggs. I incubated all those last year. So all except the little red ones, which are Warrens, which are the ones we saved. You know, we've bred everything ourselves.
And they've got a huge enclosure here. Did you build it?
Yeah, I built 1, 2, 3, 5 coops. 5 pretty large coops, really. A pond for the ducks, like I said earlier. And the pond's got a valve on it, so we can empty the pond as quick as lightning, really. Like 10 minutes, the pond's empty. And they love it. And also in with the ducks, we got a bantam that's made a home with the ducks. Lays inside with the duck laying there. It's really funny, really funny.
So just to reiterate, the programme is on Easter Saturday, 3 till 6 on BBC Radio.